We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
આપણે જે વાત કરવાના છીએ that is about the Fourier integral, which is an extension of Fourier series. ફર્સ્ટ સેમેસ્ટર ની અંદર તમે Fourier series વિશે ભણી ગયા, રાઈટ? Fourier series ની અંદર આપણે પીરિયોડિક ફંક્શન નું in terms of sin અને cos representation કેવી રીતે મેળવવું, that is how to represent a periodic function in terms of Fourier series, એ આપણે ભણ્યા, રાઈટ? એમાં ડિસ્કન્ટિન્યુઅસ ફંક્શન, હાફ રેન્જ ના સમ્સ, બરાબર, સિરીઝ છે એ કઈ વેલ્યુ પાસે કન્વર્જ થાય છે, એનો સમેશન શું આવે છે, એવા બધા સમ્સ અને ડિડક્શન ની આપણે વાત એમાં કરી. હવે ક્વેશ્ચન એ છે કે નોન પીરિયોડિક ફંક્શન માટે શું કરવું? તો જે ફંક્શન નોન પીરિયોડિક હોય એના માટે ફોરિયર સિરીઝના ફોર્મમાં એનું સોલ્યુશન અથવા તો રિપ્રેઝન્ટેશન આપી ન શકાય. તો એને આપણે ફોરિયર ઇન્ટિગ્રલ થી રિપ્રેઝન્ટ કરી શકીએ અથવા તો ફોરિયર ઇન્ટિગ્રલના ફોર્મમાં રિપ્રેઝન્ટ કરી શકીએ. તો અકોર્ડિંગ ટુ એક્ઝામિનેશન પોઈન્ટ ઓફ વ્યૂ આમાંથી 4 અથવા 7 માર્ક્સનો સમ પૂછાઈ શકે. One should know the concept of definite integral, જે તમે 12th માં ભણી ગયા છો, અને ફોરિયર સિરીઝનો થોડો ઘણો ખ્યાલ હોવો જોઈએ. ચેપ્ટરની આઉટલાઈન છે. ચેપ્ટરની અંદર ફોરિયર ઇન્ટિગ્રલ, એની ફોર્મ્યુલા, એના એક્ઝામ્પલ્સ, ફોરિયર કોસાઇન અને સાઇન ઇન્ટિગ્રલ, એના ફોર્મ્યુલા અને એના એક્ઝામ્પલ્સ અને સેલ્ફ એક્સરસાઇઝ. ઓકે, સો ઇન્ટ્રોડક્શન થી શરૂઆત કરીએ. ઓલરેડી ઇન્ટ્રોડક્શન મેં તમને જણાવી દીધું. ચેપ્ટરનો ગોલ શું છે, એમ શું છે, નોન પીરિયોડિક ફંક્શન્સના આન્સર્સ આપવા ઇન ટર્મ્સ ઓફ ફોરિયર ઇન્ટિગ્રલ. ઓકે, પહેલા વાત કરીએ ફોરિયર ઇન્ટિગ્રલની. સપોઝ કોઈ ફંક્શન પીસવાઇઝ કન્ટિન્યુઅસ છે કોઈ ફાઇનાઇટ ઇન્ટરવલની અંદર. ઓકે, જે અહીંયા આપણે વાત કરીએ છીએ આર ઉપર વાત કરીએ છીએ, રિયલ નંબર ઉપર, ધેટ ઇઝ ઓપન ઇન્ટરવલ -ઇન્ફિનિટી ટુ +ઇન્ફિનિટી. અને ડેફિનેટલી આપણું ફંક્શન છે એબ્સોલ્યુટલી ઇન્ટિગ્રેબલ હોવું જોઈએ. તો એ ફંક્શનનું ફોરિયર ઇન્ટિગ્રલ આ રીતે આપી શકાય. fx is equal to integration 0 to infinity a of lambda cos x lambda plus d of lambda sin x lambda d lambda, where x varies over infinity or open interval minus infinity to infinity, or x varies over r. Okay, like Fourier series a0/2 plus summation an cos n pi x by l plus bn sin n pi x by l. જેમ તમે a0 an bn મેળવતા હતા એમ અહીંયા તમારે a of lambda અને b of lambda મેળવવાનું છે. ઓકે, જ્યાં a of lambda ની ફોર્મ્યુલા છે 1/π integration -infinity to infinity f of b cos lambda v dv, અને b of lambda ની ફોર્મ્યુલા છે 1/π integration -infinity to infinity f of b sin lambda v. ઓકે, આ ખાલી સિમ્પ્લિસિટી, સેક ઓફ ધ સિમ્પ્લિસિટી ઓફ નોટેશન, x ને બદલે અહીંયા v લીધા છે, જેથી આ x જે મેન ફોરિયર ઇન્ટિગ્રલ ની અંદર આપણે x યુઝ કર્યો છે એઝ એ વેરિયેબલ, એની સાથે એન્કાઉન્ટર ન થાય એના માટે. અહીં તમે બીજો કોઈ પણ આલ્ફાબેટ લઈ શકો એક્સેપ્ટ x. ઓકે, સો આવી રીતે a of lambda અને b of lambda ની ફોર્મ્યુલા થી a of lambda અને b of lambda જે cos x lambda અને sin x લેમ્બડાના કોએફિશિયન્ટ્સ છે એ રિસ્પેક્ટિવલી તમારે ફાઇન્ડ કરવાના છે અને આ મેઇન ઇન્ટિગ્રલમાં સબસ્ટિટ્યુટ કરવાના છે. That is what the Fourier integral representation of the given function. વાત કરીએ એક્ઝામ્પલની. સપોઝ કોઈ ફંક્શન આ રીતે ડિફાઇન કરીને આપ્યું છે fx is equal to 1, x belong to close interval -1 to +1 and it is 0 otherwise. Then find the Fourier integral representation of f of x. So first of all તમારે રીડિફાઇન કરવાનું રહેશે આ ફંક્શનને in whole r, okay, in terms of v. So here you can see that મેં v ના ટર્મ્સમાં આખા ફંક્શનને r ઉપર ડિફાઇન કર્યું છે. -∞ to -1 માં ફંક્શન 0 because it is given from otherwise case. Similarly 1 to infinity માં again 0 from the otherwise case, and it is 1 whenever v belongs to close interval -1 to 1. Okay, then after you have to write the main integral, Fourier integral formula. Make it, call it star. Now evaluate a of lambda and b of lambda step by step. So first we evaluate a of lambda. So a of lambda ની formula લખી છે. It is -∞ to +∞ f of v cos lambda v dv. But -∞ to +∞ integral can be split into 3 sub-integrals as the function is defined accordingly. So first and third integral માં function ની value 0 છે અને middle most માં 1 છે. So definitely next step માં first and third integral 0 થઈ જશે અને middle most integral વધશે. But middle most integral છે એ 1/pi integration -1 to 1 cos lambda v dv છે. Yeah, cos is an even function, so by the property of definite integral આપણે એને લખી શકીએ 2 times integration 0 to 1 cos lambda v dv. Okay, so એનું integration sin lambda v dv, limit is from 0 to 1. Limit substitute કરીએ, simplify કરીએ, then we have a of lambda as 2 sin lambda by pi lambda. Is it clear? આટલું ક્લિયર થાય છે?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now similarly we go for a b of lambda. So again we write down the formula of b of lambda, and again the integral can be will be splitted into 3 sub-integrals. Okay, now definitely first integral and third integral માં function ની value 0 છે, so middle most integral will be there, and middle most integral -1 to 1 integration sin lambda v dv, but sin is an odd function, so by the property of definite integral the integration will be 0, and in this manner we get b of lambda is equal to 0. So we have obtained both the coefficient a of lambda and b of lambda. Okay, now we substitute both the value in equation star. So star is the main Fourier integral. You just substitute the value of a of lambda and b of lambda, simplify it. So the final Fourier integral representation of the given function f of x is 2/pi integration 0 to infinity sin lambda into cos x lambda by lambda into d lambda. This is final answer. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Next example is again find the Fourier integral representation of f of x, where f of x is 0 when x is less than 0, it is 1/2 when x is exactly 0, it is e raised to -x when x is greater than 0. So again I will redefine the function over whole r, that is -∞ to infinity. So you can see that it is 0 when v belongs to open interval -∞ to 0. It is 1/2 at v exactly equal to 0, and it is e raised to -v when v belongs to open interval 0 to infinity. So here we have divided our function into 2 sub intervals. One is -∞ to 0 and other one is 0 to infinity. Then again we write down first of all the Fourier integral formula, call it star. then go for a of lambda, then the formula of a of lambda. Again, integral will be splitted into two sub-integrals. Definitely in the first integral, the value of function is 0, and in the second integral, the value of function is e raised to minus v. So the second integral is 1 by pi integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus v cos lambda v dv. And the integration can be done by the given formula as mentioned on the screen. So when we integrate it, we have e raised to minus v upon minus 1 square plus lambda square into the bracket minus 1 cos lambda v plus lambda times sin lambda v, and limit is from 0 to infinity. On substituting upper limit infinity, the whole term will be going to 0 because e raised to minus infinity is 0. Okay, and on the lower limit it will be minus e raised to 0 upon 1 plus lambda square minus 1 cos 0 plus lambda times sin 0. Cos 0 is 1 and sin 0 is 0. So when we simplify it, we get a of lambda as 1 upon pi 1 plus lambda square. Clear? Hmm? Okay. Next, we go for d of lambda. Now again, the formula of d of lambda is 1 by pi integration minus infinity to infinity f of v sin lambda. Again, we split the integral into two sub-integrals. Again, first integral, the value of f of v is 0, and second integral, the value will be e raised to minus v, right? Again, you can expand it with the mentioned formula. The integration will be e raised to minus v upon minus 1 square plus lambda square into the bracket minus 1 sin lambda v minus lambda times cos lambda v, and the limit is from 0 to infinity. On upper limit it is going to be 0, and on lower limit it will be minus e raised to 0 upon minus 1 square plus lambda square into the bracket minus 1 sin 0 minus lambda cos 0. When you simplify it, it will reduce to 1 by pi into lambda upon 1 plus lambda square. So b of lambda will be lambda by pi into 1 plus lambda square. So in this way, we get a of lambda and b of lambda. We substitute the value in the main Fourier integral, that is start. So when we substitute it, after substitution and simplification, we get f of x as 1 by pi integration 0 to infinity cos x lambda plus lambda times sin x lambda by 1 plus lambda square d lambda, which is the required Fourier integral. Clear? Now next we are going to see the another example. Find the Fourier integral representation of fx is equal to cos x when mod x is less than pi by 2, and it is 0 when mod x is greater than pi by 2. Again, we redefine our function in the whole R. So you can see that f of v becomes 0 when v belongs to open interval minus infinity to minus pi by 2. It is cos v when v belongs to open interval minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2, and it is 0 when v belongs to open interval pi by 2 to infinity. Okay. Again, we first write down the Fourier integral formula, call it star, find the value of a of lambda. So write down the formula of a of lambda, divide the integral into the sub-integral as we have defined our function. So it will be divided into three sub-integrals. Definitely first integral and third integral become 0 as f of v is 0. Okay, and middlemost integral will be minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 cos v into cos lambda v. But we know that cos is an even function, so e1 into e1 is again an even function, and limit is from minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2. So again, by the property of definite integral, we can have 2 by pi integration 0 to pi by 2 cos v into cos lambda v. Now we have to integrate it. when we multiply 2 inside the integral, it is 2cc. So by the formula of cos plus cos, we can write the integral as 1 by pi integration 0 to pi by 2 cos lambda v plus cos lambda v minus v dv. And then the integration will be sin lambda plus 1 v by lambda plus 1 plus sin lambda minus 1 v by lambda minus 1. Limit is from 0 to pi by 2. Okay. When we substitute the limit, upper limit and lower limit, definitely at lower limit both the term will be 0, and at upper limit we will have sin lambda pi by 2 plus pi by 2 by lambda plus 1 plus sin lambda minus pi by 2 minus pi by 2 upon lambda minus 1. Okay. Now we can use sin pi by 2 plus theta and sin theta minus pi by 2. So we get cos lambda pi by 2 minus cos lambda pi by 2. Here the reason is mentioned. Okay. Now cos lambda pi by 2 is common. So inside the bracket we have 1 upon lambda plus 1 minus 1 upon lambda minus 1. We take the LCM and simplify it. After simplification we get a of lambda as minus 2 cos lambda pi by 2 by pi into lambda square minus 1, provided lambda is not equal to 1. Like Fourier series, આપણે ઘણા કોએફિશિયન્ટમાં a and b and એવા મળતા હતા કે જેના ડિનોમિનેટરમાં n square minus 1 આવતું હતું. So we are writing n is not equal to 1 અને પછી a1 b1 etc. આપણે n is equal to 1 માટે find કરતા હતા. Same process for lambda is equal to 1 from double star, that is a of lambda is equal to 2 by pi integration 0 to pi by 2 cos v into cos lambda v dv. I will substitute lambda is equal to 1 over there. So a of 1 will be 1 by pi integration 0 to pi by 2 cos v into cos v, that will be 2 cos square v, and again by the formula 1 plus cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta. It is integration 0 to pi by 2 1 plus cos 2 v dv. Then again integrate it. The integration will be v plus sin 2v by 2. Limit is from 0 to pi by 2. Now apply the upper limit and lower limit. Definitely at lower limit both the term will be 0, and at upper limit it is pi by 2 into sin 2 pi by 2 by 2. So it will be pi by 2 plus sin pi whole by 2. So sin pi is 0. So finally on simplifying we get a of 1 is equal to 1 by 2. In this way we have obtained the value of the coefficient of cos x corresponding to lambda is equal to 1 as a of 1 equal to 1 by 2. Clear?
Sir.
Next we find b of lambda. So for b of lambda we write down the formula, then again we divide the integral into 3 sub-integrals. Definitely first and third integral will be 0 as f of v is 0, and middlemost integral will be minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 cos v into sin lambda v dv. But we know that cos is an even function and sin is an odd function, and even into odd will be again an odd. So by the property of definite integral, the integration becomes 0, and hence b of lambda is 0. Right? So next we substitute the value of a of lambda and b of lambda in star. So when we substitute the value of a of lambda and b of lambda in the main Fourier integral, the main Fourier integral will be fs is equal to minus 2 by pi integration 0 to infinity cos lambda pi by 2 by lambda square minus 1 into cos x lambda d lambda, provided lambda is not equal to 1, comma a of 1 is 1 by 2. So this is what the final Fourier integral representation of the b1 function. Clear? Next is
Sir.
we discuss about the Fourier cosine and sine integral. So first let us derive the formula of cosine integral. Now suppose fx is an even function. Then we have observed that whenever fx is an even function, then v of lambda will be 0, right? So main Fourier integral is reduced to f of x is equal to integration 0 to infinity a of lambda into cos x lambda d lambda. Then it is called as Fourier cosine integral, where a of lambda will be 2 by pi integration 0 to infinity f of v cos lambda v. એટલે કે જ્યારે જ્યારે ફંક્શન જો fx છે એ ઇવન ફંક્શન હોય તો b of lambda 0 થાય, રાઈટ? તો મેન ફોરિયર ઇન્ટિગ્રલ છે એ રિડ્યુસ થઈને આટલું થઈ જાય. યુ કેન સી ધેટ ઓન ધ સ્ક્રીન. a of lambda cos x. ત્યાં a of lambda છે f of p ઇવન ફંક્શન છે એટલા માટે 2 times 0 to infinity થઈ જશે, હાફ. સો એવું પૂછાય, find the Fourier cosine integral, then you have to utilize this formula. Fx is equal to integration 0 to infinity a of lambda cos x lambda d lambda. Okay, and a of lambda is as mentioned over here, right? Then if f of x is an odd function, then a of lambda will be 0 and the main Fourier integral will reduce to integration 0 to infinity b of lambda into sin x lambda d lambda. It is called Fourier sine integral. Okay, so in case ma a of lambda 0 થઈ જશે, and where b of lambda can be obtained by using the formula 2 by pi integration 0 to infinity f of v sin lambda v. Okay, જોઈએ એક example. Find the Fourier cosine integral of the function fx is equal to e raised to minus kx, where x is greater than 0 and k is greater than 0, which is a constant, and hence prove that integration 0 to infinity cos x lambda by k square plus lambda square d lambda is equal to pi by 2k e raised to minus kx. So again, here we directly consider the cosine integral. Okay, so I have written the formula of cosine integral. Now I am going to find the a of lambda. It is mentioned here, a of lambda is f of x is given e raised to minus kx, where x is greater than 0, right? So f of v will be e raised to minus kv. Here it is mentioned. Now you know how to integrate this by using the corresponding formula. So when after integration and simplification, you will get the solution as 2k by pi into k square plus lambda square. Is it okay? Now just substitute the value into star. So when you substitute the value in star, then you will get fx is equal to 2k by pi integration 0 to infinity cos x lambda by k square plus lambda square d lambda, which is the required cosine integral, right? Which is the required cosine integral. And as fx is e raised to minus kx, so e raised to minus kx is equal to 2k by pi integration 0 to infinity cos x lambda by k square plus lambda square. Just simplify it, then you will get the desired result, that whatever we want to prove, hence prove કરીને આપ્યું હતું, જે prove કરવાનું કીધું હતું એ પણ એમાંથી મળી ગયું. Okay, the next example is similar to previous one. આમાં sine integral find કરવાનું છે. So here we apply the formula of sine integral. So we find b of lambda. So when you obtain the b of lambda, then you will get the corresponding result, right? And when you substitute everything in star, then which is the required sine integral. And for the moreover part, again fx is equal to e raised to minus kx. Just simplify it, you will get your desired result, whatever you want to prove, right? So in this manner, by using cosine and sine integral, we can find out Fourier cosine and sine integral representation of any function which is even or odd, respectively. That, and these are the some examples for self practice. Now, any question?